Revolutionary greetings to you all. Kwa majina naitwa Derek Kisoma Kayanda, mimi ndio kiongozi wa Lions Movement Kenya mzima. I would like to address some few issues. On 7th of July, I was attacked by a well-organized goons who have been trailing me for more than 6 months down the line right now. And I have been in the knowledge that they have been trailing me, only that I never knew that they will land on me on that Friday. There's some questions that I need to answer. Number one is that I've been asked severally why these people have been trailing me, and if I could identify any of them, or if I could know their sources or mwenye amewatuma. So mimi ningependa kusema mimi najua wenye wanatuma hawa magoons. Number one, mwenye nawatumanga hawa magoons ni Pharaoh Kibet. And the Pharaoh Kibet gets direct certification or direct licensing of organizing such cold-blooded murders in the state by His Excellency the President. But that is none of my business. My business right now is on why the president always uses Pharaoh Kibet to kill those who stand against him, or those who have a lot of information against him. Sasa mimi hao watu wameniwinda, namba moja, juu niko na information nyingi kuwahusu na wanajua najua, na hiyo ndio woga yao, juu najua ukweli, sio mambo ya porojo, propaganda au mambo ya kufikiria. Wanajua chenye najua ni mambo yenye iko na ukweli ndani yao, na ni mambo yenye na hold a lot of waters, na ni mambo yenye they will not raise to live in the hands of any person who stand against them. In fact, they're not at peace right now that I'm still alive and I still have the information. Number one of the reasons as to why these people are after my life, I knew very well before the election date on August last year, that Ruto had intercepted the entire bombers of Kenya, and he had all the information he had all the information and the audience to all the calls that were being made in and out of bombers of Kenya. That's why it was very hard to beat him in the last election, because he was controlling the entire bombers of Kenya and the entire BC caucus. We knew, if you go down into my documentary some time back, we made a press briefing, I think it was on early 2021, while we were demanding for Chebukati to leave office. We knew that Chebukati had been on Ruto's payroll from 2018, and he has been earning handsome salary from Ruto's pockets since 2018. These are people who are earning on monthly basis. So I knew this had never made them have peace with me. Again, one of the information that made them to be uncomfortable with me is the knowledge that Ruto used Pharaoh Kibet to kill Constable Kenei when he was in a funeral proceeding in Muranga. And Kenei and Pharaoh Kibet told Ruto that Kenei seems to know a lot about the fake armed scandal or the fake armed deal, and he told Kibet to get rid of him. That is something they never want anyone outside under the parameters of the state operatives to know. Another thing that these people are not so much comfortable with, that makes them so much obsessed with eliminating me or someone like me, is the knowledge that Ruto never found empty coffers when he was sworn in. Ruto found a lot of money in CBK. And for your information, Ruto gave a direct instructions for all the cash that were in CBK in form of dollars to be ferried to State House, to him. This is something that was practically done and were ferried to Ruto in State House. After ferrying all the cash in dollars that were in CBK, Central Bank of Kenya, to State House, Ruto started lamenting that he found empty coffers. In order that he found empty coffers, he ferried the cash that he found in office to State House and is banking them abroad. Another thing that made this regime so much anti-me is when I knew first about the plot to attack Raila Odinga's Spectra Limited in Mombasa Road. I was the first person to be informed of the organized goons who was turning Raila's spectre during Mandamano. And I was the first person to send securities that were fully paid by the lands movements to go and protect the facility and to get the perpetrators of that event arrested. If you go or narrow down into the circumstance or into the occurrence, you will get to learn that the security that arraigned the perpetrators of Spectral Limited's turning into court was securities that I am the one who gave instructions, and I'm the one who requested them to take them to court, and they gave full security to the facility until the information landed Raila Odinga's audience. Again, the reason why these people are not so much comfortable with me is that I knew ahead of time on the plot by Gachagua to hire goons and put armaments in Ababu Namwamba's house. And I was the first person to raise the alarm before alarm even went into the public domain. The information first reached me, and then it reached His Excellency Raila Odinga, and then it reached the public through lamentations when I shared this information. Actually, the first person that I shared with this information was Robert Alai, and he was not so much convinced that the information could be true until later it was confirmed that it was true. And when they realized that all their plots have been reaching me before it reached members of the public, they get offended and they get irritated. They get antagonized and they start making up stratagems of eliminating. Now the fire in the house, or the most concrete part of this context is this part. When Ruto decided to draft the finance bill, Ruto decided to put something called the house levy, which first he made as a levy and then later he gave it as an instructable tax, as a tax that is constitutionally legislated. I want to tell you, members of the public, that there is nothing like house levy or there is nothing like house tax that are being used to build the houses. All the cash that was supposed to be meant for construction of houses, free, affordable housing in Kenya, were donated by the World Bank. A total of $45 billion were given in form of grants to the Kenyan government to help them in the housing project. And then Ruto knew that this information had not reached members of the public. Now I went behind them and started doing house taxing. And then when he's done with the construction of the houses, he'll tell them that, I'll use your taxes to do the housing. That is not the reality of the matter. The reality of the matter here is the money that will be used for housing project was a grant by the IMF, International Monetary Bank, the World Bank in short, and Ruto is using the unsuspecting Kenyans to siphon them of the cash, and then masquerade as if the cash that had been collected are the ones that have been used for construction of the housing. Another thing that made these people so much against me was when I raised the first alarm about the plotted assassination of General Ogola. I was the first person to raise an alarm that General Ogola's life was in danger and there was a plot to assassinate him. When this matter went on public domain, it gave them a panic mode, which later resulted in the termination of the plot to assassinate him, and it really irritated them. I have to let you know, members of the public, that the stratagems or the conspiracy to eliminate someone who stands with the truth and someone who can tell the truth as they are against the state and to tell the truth to power are never safe at all in this dictatorial regime. And I want to thank members of the lands movement for standing up with me. I want to thank all those who supported my recuperation, and I want to wish you a happy revolutionary regime. We are going to revolutionize this country. We are going to stand up for what is true. We are going to ensure that at the end of the day, we pay the price to liberate our country, and our country gets back to the runway where it used to be before it went off the road. Thank you. God bless you all.